consider playing past that point. How is my question? But Shannon, can you see this happening?
Skip, I was listening to him talk. I think Giselle is giving up. Giselle is like, I ain't tell her to come home. We done talked about this. You said this 10 years ago that you was going to play 3-4 more years. Because he wasn't about the family. He says, I'll know. He didn't mention anything about no family.
He did not.
Prior to that, Skip, he said, I'll sit down with my family, we'll discuss it, yada, yada, yada. My wife wants me to retire, yesterday.
Yep.
At this moment, now he's saying, I'll know when it's over. When I want to put into it, when I don't feel I'm devoting as much to the team and I give them the chances that they need to win, then I'll step away. Skip, I would not be surprised. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go on record and say I'm going to be shocked if he doesn't play till he's 45. The biggest surprise about Tom Brady's career is how he's been able to avoid the big hit. Skip, at quarterback, Skip, you looking down the field, and you got 5 guys blocking for you, but sometimes guys whiff. Sometimes guys block the wrong guy, have the wrong assignment, and somebody comes scot-free, and they put their shoulder or their helmet in the small of your back or in your chest. He's been able to avoid hits like that for 20-plus years. He doesn't get the big shot where he has to take a shot. He takes a shot, and he has to come out for one play.
Okay. I did think he took some big shots at Chicago on that Thursday night and against New Orleans on the Sunday night at home.
No, the big shot that he took is what you call him, slung him down and slammed him on his head. Khalil Mack was delayed, and he got upset about that because Brady knows those are the hits, not the ones that
By the way, Pro Football Focus says that was the only play that Tristan Wirfs gave up a sack on the whole year.
Right.
That he got beaten on that play by that guy.
There's no shame in that, Tristan. So Skip, he's been able to avoid the hit. He didn't take that flush shot like Drew Brees where you collapse a lung, crack, break 11 ribs, and all kind of things like that. He hasn't taken that. So that is the most surprising thing, and that's why he's possibly, because he knows this, Skip. He ain't taking that shot. He sees the sack. It's 2nd and 13. It's 2nd and 15. It's 3rd and whatever. But I'm not going to give you an opportunity to take me down and you land on top of me. Because when you pliable, Skip, that means you don't have the muscle density to absorb those shots like a person that's muscle bound. So what he does is that you saw him, Skip, Sunday against the Packers. Go, hey, you got me.
How many times have you been on him this year for there'll be a free runner, an open, like a corner blitzer, and
Chuck and duck.
He ducks and rolls, man. He
does.
Okay.
Smart.
You got to live to play another.
Yes. That's how you play until you're 45. You can't, Skip, you can't be taking those. Look, that's 45. That man's 43. You can't be taking those shots that a lot of these quarterbacks take and says, you know what, I'm going to do this again, I'm going to do this again. So so to make a long story short, I'm going to be surprised if he does not play until he's 45.
So when I watched this yesterday, and I watched it live, the first person I thought of was you. And I laughed, and then I couldn't stop laughing because this man is going to torment you for years to come.
At least 2 more, huh?
And I'm going to knock on wood because it does depend. He's the first to say it's a very physical game, and you never know. I don't know. Maybe the Super Bowl, I'm knocking on wood. You don't know when that hit will come or when he'll just say...
Enough of this.
Yeah, and we've had people on the show, different contributors to the show, say, well, hey, if he wins the Super Bowl, would he then take some time and say, you know what? I've had a great run. Why not end it this way?
Nah, I
don't think so either.
Yeah, he has an unquenchable thirst for winning.
So I don't condemn you for this, but when we started this show 4 years ago, you were saying, you know what? It's time for him to retire. It's time for him just to go home because it's too hard from this point on. But you were looking at it through the eyes of a man, who at 35 said, I can't take the meetings anymore. I can't take the drudgery. I can't take the relentless drudgery of day after day after day studying, answering questions in meetings, be completely prepared for the game. And then your body just starts to betray you because you're taking too many hits. And yours started to, as everybody starts to at 35-ish, right? Maybe before that, depending on your position. So in this case, he is saying that I don't think I could ever go at this game half-ass. Well, he won't.
No,
he can't. He is still obsessed with it. I'm sure he's calling Byron Leftwich every night at, 11 o'clock at night saying, hey, I just saw this play.
Right.
Do you think we could try this to do that, to counteract that? Yeah, because he's on fire with it. He likes to play a little off-season golf. He likes to go on a couple of little vacations with his family. But all that really matters to him outside of his family is this. He's on
Football
fire.
takes precedent right now.
Yeah, it takes precedence. And he's had a rebirth under a coach that he raved about the other day that he loves. He just loves the atmosphere because he could sort of mold the team the way he wanted to mold it as the absolute unquestioned leader of the team.
Yeah, I believe the biggest thing is, Skip, is that he can possibly get on to players and not feel he's stepping on Coach Belichick's toes.
Yep.
Bruce Arians will allow him to do that.
Exactly. No, that is a fact. And then I love the quotes from Larry Foote, and I'd forgotten that Larry Foote, who's the Bucs outside linebackers coach, played with Brady at Michigan. And so he was raving yesterday about how he was humble then and he's still humble now because he's the same guy. He didn't change. He didn't become the man in the mirror, like where you start to become your image.
Right.
No, he's still Brady. And yet Larry Foote concluded he's just the ultimate competitor. He just likes to compete at the highest level. This is fun for him.
Right.
This is not, it's not pressure. It's not, there's no relentless drudgery to his life right now. There's no part of his life where he says, I just don't know if I can take this much longer.
And the thing is, Skip, is that, as you mentioned, you say, okay, he plays a little golf, he plays a little vacation, but you retire from football. Are you going to golf every day?
Every day.
Are you going to vacation every month?
Right.
Probably not. So this is it. He's never going to be around the locker room. He's going to miss the locker room. He's going to miss the stretching. He's going to miss being on the field. The only thing is, Skip, is that you really never know. We watched Peyton Manning throw 39 touchdowns one year and just seemed like he dropped off a cliff.
We did.
We saw Drew Brees. What happened? Drew Brees had 30-plus touchdowns, I think, a year before last. And then this year, he was a shell of himself.
He was.
It goes quick. But Tom has it, and Peyton wasn't taking big shots. Peyton mastered of going down and not taking the big shot. So I wouldn't bet against him. This is the only thing that I'm not going to bet against him because he says, I want to play the 45, and now he says I might play beyond. But, Skip, that's 2 years away. That's next year and the year after. So I don't know about playing beyond, but I do feel comfortable. I feel 80%, 75 to 80, that he'll play at least 2 more years.
Yep. I'm not going to, I always tell you, there's one man in sports I don't bet against, and on longevity, I'm not going to bet against him either because he is having fun shattering the mold because he doesn't think about I'm this age. He just thinks I'm the best I've ever been.
Right.
He feels like he's playing at the highest level ever, both mentally and physically.
And he's in a great situation, Skip. Warm weather. People don't understand. Man, I remember practicing in Denver for the Super Bowl, and we went to Miami.
Yep.
Practicing for the Super Bowl, Skip, and we go to San Diego, or we was in Baltimore practicing outside the cold, and we going down to Tampa.
Right, and it has been reported his family loves Tampa.
Man.
Okay, so look out.
You laughing, Jen. I'm telling you, man, hey, that's unbelievable. Like, man, you can wear shorts and short sleeve in January.
It's huge.
You put that stuff away in September in those other places I was at. But, I mean, he's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And so I'd have bet a lot of money. I'd have bet a lot of money he wouldn't be playing. Hell, forget 45. Hell, I would have bet money he wouldn't be playing the 43. And I'd have lost everything.
Yep. Don't bet against him.
I'd have lost everything.
Do not bet against him. No, absolutely not. And speaking of not betting against the GOAT, Skip, you wrote a great piece. It's up on foxsports.com just about Brady and how he's totally won you over. But here's the situation, and I love him as well, but there are Brady haters out there still.
There are. And Shannon.
Yeah.
It took me 3 days to write this. I went way deep on how Tom Brady slowly but surely and then completely won me over as a fan. And as you know, I'm a diehard Cowboys fan. I don't like the Patriots. I have little to no use for the Buccaneers. But that guy, I finally decided, is it. He's the realest deal I've ever closely observed. And I still cannot understand, I can't get it right in my mind, why so many people still hate him, despise him, doubt him, when they should be won over also. So that's what I wrote from top to bottom, and I would appreciate it if...
He's been able to avoid hits like that for 20-plus years. He doesn't get the big shot where he has to take a he takes a shot and he has to come out for one play.
Okay. I did think he took some big shots at Chicago on that Thursday night and against New Orleans on the Sunday night at home.
No, the big shot that he took is what you call him, slung him down and slammed him on his head. Khalil Mack was delayed, and he got upset about that because Brady knows those are the hits, not the ones that you.
By the way, Pro Football Focus says